Hey guys, it's George with Diamond Yard Sports Cards. I'm here coming at you with another video, kind of a unique video. I picked up a sports card collection from a friend of mine, a longtime friend, and it has a lot of autographs of baseball cards on the cards of the early to mid 70s. So this is going to be a little bit longer video, and I usually don't do. My videos are usually, I don't know, 4 to 8 minutes. But this might be longer. It's going to be longer. And if you enjoy sports cards, baseball cards, specifically on-card autos from the early mid-70s, you were really going to enjoy this. Now, here's a little background of this story. My friend lived in San Diego for a period of years back, I believe, in the 90s. And from my understanding, a guy had owed him some money and didn't have the full amount of money to pay him. So this guy paid him in sports cards and gave him some sports cards. And these sports cards had mostly from the 70s, but then they also had a slew of autographs in there. And when I picked up this collection from him, I found all these autographs, a large, maybe even like a 600 count baseball card box full of on-card autos. And I guess this guy lived near Jack Murphy Stadium, and as a kid in the 70s and the early 80s, he would ride his bike down to the Murph in San Diego, and he would get all kinds of autographs of the baseball players. And so these are not just National League baseball players. I guess they had a lot of exhibition games, and then, different guys get traded or whatever. But this kid had gotten all these autographs on these baseball cards, and I'm a big fan of the early 70s cards. I love the 72 set. 73 is a great set. I mean, they're all neat, but my favorites are probably 72, 73, 75. And these autographs range from that time period of those players, and there's just some really neat autos in here. So here we go, guys. First of all, I wanted to pay homage to the wonderful Tom Seaver and the immortal Tom Seaver and Lou Brock, who passed recently. Just fantastic baseball players. I saw them both at the Hall of Fame induction back in, I believe it was 2009. I actually saw Seaver and Carlton in the Albany airport, and they were walking by, and my wife said, "Hey, go." I said, "Oh my gosh, that's Tom Seaver. That's Steve Carlton." My wife said, "Well, go get their autograph." And I said, I'm not a kid. I don't want to go bother him. I'm not a kid. And so I sat there in the hotel, in the bar of the airport, and was just very nervous like I was a little kid. But anyway, both wonderful baseball players and, from my understanding, wonderful guys. Tom Seaver used to pitch, and a friend of mine told me he's from Alaska, and Seaver pitched in the midnight game in Alaska, and I believe this was in the mid-'60s. And my friend at work, who recently passed away, actually told me the story about how he went to go see Tom Seaver, and it was a big deal that Seaver, who I believe, I'm not sure if he was in the minors or at USC at the time, I think he was in the minors, but a big deal to see Tom Seaver pitch, because he was such a phenomenal pitcher. Anyway, guys, here's some other Seaver cards and another Lou Brock card. Lou Brock, boy, if they had fantasy baseball back when Lou Brock was playing, he would have gotten more love, because he did everything. He did everything, and he was in the playoffs, so he was successful there, won championships, and could do it all. Hit for average, 3,000 hits, second all-time in stolen bases, had some power as well. Lou could do it all. Anyway, so along the lines of these two players, I'm going to go over these baseball cards. These are cool. First card here, Tommy John, 1972. The cards are beat up, but they're still very colorful. Jim Cott, 75, Jim Cott. Hostess, J.R. Richard. I love this one. MVP, Vida Blue, 1974. Vida won the MVP. Fantastic pitcher. Love that card. So you can see the cards are all in this kind of condition, but the autographs are beautiful. And Joe Torre. My buddy's actually going to take this one back because he's a huge Yankees fan and loves Torre. So that one's going back to him. Lots of dupes here, too. Dwight Evans, 74. Jerry Coleman, Yankees announcer. There are a couple 57 cards in here and some late 60s cards. Most of them are 70s. Look at this one. George Foster. 73 Foster from the Reds-Pirates playoffs. Lots of Tug McGraws. 74 Tug McGraw. 72 an Action Tug McGraw. Couple 73 beautiful Tug McGraws. If you guys don't know, Tug McGraw, great Phillies relief pitcher, Mets relief pitcher, but also, and a character certainly, but also country singer Tim McGraw's dad. He passed away, I believe, gosh, probably 10 years now at least. Dusty Baker. Dusty 73. Really cool one there. Manny Mota. This guy's great. That's a great auto. 74. Rick Monday. 73. Bill Russell. Great Dodgers shortstop. That was a great infield. Bill Russell, Davey Lopes, Ron Say, and Steve Garvey. And you're going to see them all here. They were, I guess, played many games in the Murph. Davey Lopes. 75. Bill Buckner. Man, it's great Bill Buckners here. 74 Bill Buckner. 73 Bill Buckner. And a couple of Rookie Cup Bill Buckners. Just super sweet card. And there's the Rookie Cup. I like the one on the left. A big bold autograph. Got a red Sharpie on this one. Just such cool cards. 72. What a set. These are not, again, the cards themselves would grade like 1s, 2s, and 3s, but the autos are just so cool. There's more stars coming up, but these are just some really neat cards. Reggie Smith, great outfielder for the Dodgers and for the Red Sox, kind of went around a little bit. There's another Reggie. Bobby Valentine, and you're going to see some increasing the players. Some of these are not, they're known players, not super common. But you're going to see some other guys here that are going to be really interesting. Bobby Valentine. Richie Zisk. 74. The Mad Hungarian, Al Habrowski. 74. Another Mad Hungarian. 73. Darryl Porter, great catcher. Underrated catcher. I believe there's a trade Darryl Porter for Ted Simmons, and Porter went to, I believe it was St. Louis. Simmons went to Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken. The Bull, Greg Lazinski, 73. 75 Mini Bull, and 76 Hostess Bull. This guy had power, for sure. Shout out to Mike O and Ray from Philly. Philly's doing really well this year. Dave Concepcion, 72. Love the colors on that. Dave Kingman, King Kong. Not a great signature there. You barely see it. 74 Kingman. Don Money. Good third baseman for the Brewers. Jeff Burrows. This was, I believe, he won the MVP in 1974 of the American League. This guy could slug it. Larry Boas. Got a few Larry Boas here. Rookie Cup 71. That's a nice one. Larry Boas 73. And Larry Boas 74. A big trade when I was growing up. Was it Ivan DeJesus for Larry Boa? And the throw-in guy from the Phillies to the Cubs was Ryne Sandberg. So the Phillies got Ivan DeJesus, and they traded away Boa and Sandberg. And Rhino ended up being Rhino. Cito Gaston, 74. Ron Say, 78. These cards are just wonderful. Love the colors. Lots of this guy here. Manny Sanguian, 72. Hostess Manny Sanguian. Just signed his last name, Sanguian. And I just couldn't believe this. This is a slew of 74 Manny Sanguians. 73 Manny Sanguian. I guess he was a pretty great card there. It was a pretty liberal signer, which is great. Great for the kids. Oscar Gamble, man. Oh, love these Oscar Gambles. Look at that. Great in action. 73 Topps has so many great in action shots. And I believe that's Concepcion right there at short. Concepcion, Gamble. Is that Concepcion? Looks like him. Even though he's on the Phillies. Yeah, it looks like Gamble's on the Phillies here. But he's in the Indians in the offseason. I guess got traded. 74 Oscar Gamble, pair of them. Beautiful, beautiful signature and card. Really bright. Look at how bright that is. This is one of my favorite cards. Mini 75 Oscar Gamble auto. Great card. 71 Oscar Gamble. Jose Cruz. Great baseball player. All the tools. Another 74 Jose Cruz. Mickey Lolich, Tiger, 71. Now we're going to get into, then we're going to improve our, I mean, the guys, these are good players and interesting cards, but we're going to start getting towards some more known players now, at least if you're familiar with this era. Chuck Tanner, White Sox manager at that time. 73 Chuck Tanner. 72 Chuck Tanner. Love that 72 set. Pair of them. Really nice cards. Trio, sorry. Darrell Evans, 73. Great power hitter. Would win a World Series with the Tigers in 84. Bobby Mercer. Lots of Bobby Mercer cards in this. Apparently he was a signer as well. Tony Oliva there. Mercer and Pete Rose. And then Bobby Mercer passed. He's no longer with us. 70 Bobby Mercer. All-Star Chris Spire with Campy Campaneris on there. That was cool. 1974. And this card, there were two of these in there, and I thought, okay, man, Steve Ontiveros, okay. His son, I believe, also pitched Steve Ontiveros in the 90s, 80s when I was growing up. But the bigger issue here, the bigger thing on this is Ken Griffey, rookie card. So Ontiveros signs it, but then you got Griffey here on this rookie card. Manny Trio rookie card, another great player. Jim Fregosi. Steve Rogers. This is the most modern card among the group of autographed cards. 82 Steve Rogers. And Greg Nettles. 74. Jesus Alou. Sweet card, 1970. Bob Boone. 74. Duffy Dyer. 72 Mats. Great card. Hawk Harrelson was a real liberal signer apparently too. A couple 72 Hawks. And a 68 Hawk Harrelson. Neat cards. Ed Kranepool, 68. Davey Johnson. Dave Johnson. Bob Boone. Now we're going to get in some Hall of Famers here. Don Sutton. These were some big cards that were in there. Autos. Postcards. Dave Winfield. Very cool. You can see these are larger in size compared. J.R. Richard. What a pitcher. Best wishes, J.R. Richard. And Lou Brock. Hard to see the signature here. It's right there. Kind of washed out, but still beautiful. Lou Brock. Now, Hall of Fame, more Hall of Famers. Lots of Burt Blyleven's in here. 72 Blyleven. 73 Blyleven. A bunch of 74 Blylevens. Very cool. Knucksie. Now these Necro autographs are kind of smudged. You can see the cards beat up. 70 Knucksie. Smudged a little bit. 69. See it smudged right there. Still very cool. 74 Necro. Also smudged, unfortunately. Goose Gossage. Second year. I'd say Hall of Famers. This guy should be in the Hall of Fame in my opinion. Steve Garvey, MVP year, 74. This guy did it all. Won the MVP, All-Star MVP. I'm not sure if he's a World Series MVP. I think he was NLCS MVP. A 10-time All-Star. Best first baseman in the National League in the 70s. Great player. Not a darling of the media, however. Sparky Anderson, 74 Sparkies. Pretty cool. 72 Sparky. The Big Red Machine. 70 Sparky. I like that one a lot. Speaking of Big Red Machine, Tony Perez. These cards are just so cool to me. 72 Tony Perez, 72 Tony Perez. Again, beaten up, but still holding their color. Great signatures. Joe Knucksie, 1957. Ernie Banks. And 1970 Ernie Banks with the red Sharpie. Willie Stargell, just signed Stargell. Kind of sloppy, but 72 Stargell. 74 Stargell. And 73 Childhood Stars Stargell. Man, he could hit the ball so hard. Shout out to the Pirate fans out there. Bob Lewis. John Mangini. Gaylord Perry. Lots of Gaylord Perrys. 71. And then the autograph on this is really nice. Cards beat to hell. Autograph's great. Another Gaylord Perry. Strikeout leaders. Quite a few 74 Gaylords. All different Sharpie colors. 2 reds and 2 blues. It seemed like Gaylord, wherever he went, he was successful. It couldn't have been because of that spitball, right? Hostess. Another Hostess. And the leader's card. Steve Carlton, Wilbur Wood. Gaylord Perry again, 75. That's kind of faded out. Heading towards the home stretch here. Have maybe about 20 cards, 15 cards left. Rollie Fingers. Great relief pitcher. Back when you do a 2-inning save was no big deal. Hostess. Rollie. Another Rollie. 73. 75 highlights. Mini. Is that a mini? Yep. Dave Winfield on Hostess. Pretty cool. He was the man for the Padres in the 70s. Dave Winfield. Rodney Klein Carew on a 71 Topps. Shout out to Joey Brings It. I know he loves Rodney Klein as much as I do. 7-time batting champion. Jim Palmer, 74. So cool. What a pitcher. Maybe the best pitcher in the AL in the 70s. 72 Palmer, really nice. So here are the big ones. We've got Tom Seaver, quite a few. Childhood Heroes, Boyhood Photos of the Stars, I'm sorry. Tom Seaver, 73. 74 leaders. I think his signature usually goes this way, not that way, but I think he must have had the card a certain way when he was getting it autographed. 72 leaders. And these are my favorite ones. 71. Cards off center, but autograph is really nice. And my favorite autograph in this series, 74 Tom Seaver. And the last one, the biggest one, Ted Williams. 70 Topps Ted Williams. I believe he was the manager of the Senators from 69, 70. He won Manager of the Year, and I believe it was 69 with the Senators, bringing them to an 86 and 76 record. Yeah, first year as a skipper, voted Manager of the Year. But just this is a pen. That's Ted Williams. So if you have any thoughts of if these are authentic or not, please let me know. But in my opinion, they all look good. Anyway, so it's interesting to pick these up. Gets great players here. Seaver, Ted Williams, Lou Brock. So guys, thanks for sharing this with me. Really enjoyed going through all these 1970s cards. And like, subscribe, comment, and keep collecting.